Hello beautiful people, welcome to Top Notes by A. Today I have another blind buy wins and fails to share with you guys. If you guys are interested to follow me on these adventures in blind buying, then stay tuned. Sipping on your welcome everyone, and let's go on this adventure. So these, I think I have about 9 or 10 fragrances that I want to share with you guys that I blind bought all of these fragrances, and these are some of the best blind buys that I have so far, and also some of the worst, and some of them are like average. So let's start with the first best blind buy for the month of June, because we are in July. So for the month of June, my best blind buy is New York Night. This is from Bond number 9. This is a very beautiful fragrance. Caramel, coffee, white florals, sandalwood. Is creamy, it lasts long, it performs really well. And so yeah, this is one of the best blind buys for the month of June. I'm so happy I actually bought this. If you guys know about me, all my Bond number 9s that I have, well, the 6 or 7 that I have are in 50 ml. So if it's not 50 ml, I don't even want it. I just want the bottles to look a certain way. And I got this from Joma Shop, if you care to know, at a really good price. So yeah, New York Night by Bond number 9 is one of my best blind buys. Moving on. Guys, I want to talk about this fragrance from Kajol. I do have Kajol Lama, which I love. This one is not a love for me. This one is like average because of the notes that I read about Kajol. It's tropical, you know, it opens with Granny Smith apple, bergamot, passion fruit in the middle, cedar. Base has musk, amber, and patchouli. So it sounded like a fragrance that I'm going to enjoy, and it disappointed me. It's not a bad smelling fragrance. It doesn't last long on my skin. It's not bad smelling. It's just that the way I read about the way I read the notes, and you know, it has patchouli, it has sandalwood, of course it has passion fruit and cedar. So I'm like, I'm going to really enjoy this fragrance. One of my best passion fruit fragrances is Ville from Tiziana Terenzi. So when I read the notes that this has passion fruit, I'm thinking that I'm going to really love the fragrance, but it's average for me. It's not a love, it's not a hate. It's like, I will wear it, and then when I'm done, I'm not going to ever buy, you know, DAHAB by Kajol. I'm not buying it. I'm not going to declutter it from my collection, but it's not a win and it's not a fail. It's just, that's it. A fragrance that actually surprised me when I got it from Canna Barcelona, and this is Bobo. So I was watching a male fragrance reviewer here on YouTube. I can't remember his name, and he was talking about this particular fragrance from Canna Barcelona. Citrus, aromatic, fruity, white floral, woody. It opens with bergamot, mandarin orange, blackcurrant. Base has musk, vetiver, and white amber. So when I read the notes, I'm like, okay, let me try it. I wanted to try a fragrance from the house of Canna Barcelona, and this was such a win for me. This is such a win. This is such a versatile fragrance. This is a fragrance that you can work out with, and you can actually sleep in. So you can work out with this fragrance, you can go to bed with this fragrance, you can do your errands with this fragrance. Canna Barcelona Bobo is such a surprise win for me. This is such a good blind buy win for me. I'm so happy that I have this. When I bought this from fragrance.ca, they only have the 50 ml bottle, so I'm gonna go back and see if I can get another one of these, buy another 50 ml, so I'll have 100 ml, because it's a fragrance that I see myself using a lot this summer, especially working out and going to bed and then doing errands. So yeah, Canna Barcelona Bobo is a fragrance blind buy win. Guys, a blind buy fail is this fragrance from Latafa called ADEEB. ADEEB. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But when I read the notes once again, I blind buy a lot of my fragrances. And I read the notes: tobacco, cinnamon, vanilla, smoke, spices, thyme, oud, patchouli, cedar, sandalwood, black amber. I'm like, oh, okay, this sounds like oh god. This sounds like a fragrance I can get used to. This is awful. I think it's the smoke in here, is the thyme in here that I cannot stand. I can't stand the opening of the fragrance. I can't stand when it starts to dry down. I think when in the dry down, I can tolerate the patchouli in the dry down a little bit, but it's like I don't even want to have it on my skin for it to last that long, for me to even tolerate the patchouli in the base. So this one is such a fragrance blind buy fail that I am going to actually declutter this from my collection. I'm going to give it to whoever wants it. If you smell it and you want it, you can have it. But yeah, this is leaving my collection today. This one I don't want anywhere near my house. So disappointed. Blind buy fail. This adventures, you lose some and you win some on the way, and this is a loss for me. Moving on, let's do a blind buy win. A blind buy win is from Jovoy, and this is Fire at Will. Vanilla, mimosa, vanilla. What can I say about this fragrance? This is such a good summer vanilla fragrance. When I did my summer vanillas, I didn't have this fragrance, but if I did, this was going to make the list of my summer vanilla fragrances. This is so good. It lasts long on the skin. It performs really well. It projects. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but it projects really well. It lasts on your skin. If you spray it on your skin, you get in about maybe 7 to 8 hours. If you spray it on your clothes and your skin, it's taking you like up to like 12 hours. You can still smell this fragrance in your clothes and on your skin for about 8 hours, and in your clothes it can last up to about 8 hours. It can last up to about 12 hours. So this is such a blind buy win for me. I got this also from fragrancebuy.ca if you care to know. Another blind buy win for me is this fragrance from Navitus Parfum XAI the Great. This is Ambrosia Imperiale. I do have a dedicated review to this fragrance. This is my summer in a bottle. This is my summer. If you ask me to like give up all my summer fragrances and choose this, I will do that. This is my summer, my hot woman summer. This is my summer in a bottle. This is my early fall in a bottle. This is my late spring in a bottle. This is so good. The banana, whipped cream, Divina, saffron. This is so good. When I tell you this fragrance, it's so good. It is that good. This is the fragrance that if you're looking for your perfect gourmand summer fragrance, go with AI the Great Ambrosia Imperiale. You will not regret it. If you love my content, if you love my scent profile, this fragrance, I'm telling you, you will not regret it. This is good. Moving on. Another blind buy win is from Navitus Parfum, and this is ex Paulina Shah. This one is called Kind Intention. I also have a dedicated review to this fragrance, and when I tell you this is so beautiful, when I tell you that Egyptian seaweed in this fragrance makes the fragrance a fragrance that I haven't smelled before. It is so good. It's salty, it's sweet, it's floral, it's everything. It's so good that I think this summer, this is such a vibe for the summer, and this is such a fragrance win for me. Blind buy win. I was so excited when I smelled the fragrance. I was so excited. I was so happy. Such a blind buy win. When I blind buy, the thrill, the rush that I get, not knowing what I'm going to smell, and then it's a win. Good. A blind buy win for me is this fragrance from Lattafa. I do tend to have a lot of Lattafa fragrances, but this is Nashit. This one, let me tell you guys, if you are looking for a dupe for Nishane Annie, minus the ginger, but in the dry down, they perform the same way, they smell the same way, then Nashit is your girl. This is such a win for me when I got this fragrance. I love the bottle, love everything about the fragrance. Oh, it doesn't have anything vanilla in there, but it smells like Nishane Annie. Oh, good. This is good. This is such a win for me. Moving on. To wrap up this Adventures in Blind Buying, we are going to talk about a fragrance fail, and this one is from Nabel and it's called Mastermind Rogue. It's a fail because I've had this fragrance for I think about 3 months and I haven't opened it. I don't want to open it. I care not to open it. I don't want to even see what it smells like. So I'm going to leave it intact and maybe send it to my family in Ghana all wrapped up because I'm not excited about it. I think I was buying and I needed to make a certain amount to get free shipment, so I added this to it, and when it came, I wasn't excited. And for me, whenever I blind buy fragrances, when it gets to my house, the most I can give it to sit to marinate or macerate with my house temperature is a week. And if I have gone 3 months and I haven't opened this, then it means it's a fail. So this is a blind buy fail. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me, my blind buy wins and fail, my adventures in blind buying. You do win some, you do lose some. Sometimes the fragrances that you have high hopes for will surprise you and you may not like it. And then the fragrance that you don't even think anything about will actually surprise you and be a win. A fragrance like Kind Intentions, I didn't have that much high hopes for it. I just wanted to buy it because the first time Paulina Shah came out with Venom of Love, I hated that fragrance. So I just wanted to give it a chance. And that fragrance surprised me a lot. Another surprise, but then I wasn't surprised, wasn't a surprise, is Ambrosia Imperiale. I knew I was gonna like that fragrance, and when I first got it, I was surprised actually, because when I first sprayed it, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. But then as it sits and it gets, it sits in my house, and the longer I've had this fragrance, I'm sensing the banana more, I smell the banana more, I'm loving the fragrance more and more and more and more every single time I spray it. So that is such a win for me, it's not even funny. Another win for me, again, is Fire at Will. Fire at Will, I saw a review from Perfume Guy here on YouTube about Duvois fragrances. I also saw a couple of people talking about good vanilla fragrances. I did not have such high hopes for it. I was hopeful, and then the fragrance surprised me a lot. So yeah, you do win some, you do lose some, and these are the adventures that I go on blind buying. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Do not forget to thumbs up the video, leave me comment in the comment section if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Until I see you on another video, stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.